boy di omoko fan and why and FIFA Club World Cup no what dream mususu say obetimi ade edi esi ni na so amuzu p question of the day Kofi then get to Rambo.
Yeah. Gabi, me person me start an analysis no with adie baako a me tai kachre me nan fofo a me ne omu di football nkomo bebre. And usually so any of the Fiifi Manfred groups anymore, I write it a lot. Who follow me on Twitter, I write it a lot. Gab. Ball na your boni debiano. Se ukita ball na ena obo. But se upe se urini boa and as upe se urini matcha. Ni a ubeye abra unkita ball no ene ma urini match. Inti brofumuno a simple phrase of we play football on the ball and then win football matches off the ball. And it is ushering me into today's analysis. And yet Barcelona send me the start analysis no there. But I'm bringing a Barcelona pro paper in Mundo Deportivo. And in front of Mundo, Barca foro Madrid foro. But rightly so, in front of Mundo, almost say Paris Saint-Germain for Abo Madrid for kwata. Bono Al Madrid. Essentially talking about disgrace Al Madrid for Enya on the hands of Paris Saint-Germain and Nanajo. 4-0. In the first half of the game, Paris Saint-Germain for about 250 more passes than FC Real Madrid.
I'm saying
250 more passes. And yet
250 passes, more passes
than Madrid.
Wow.
In the first half of the game, Paris Saint-Germain for cover 5 kilometers more per player than Madrid. So it means that Paris Saint-Germain for kita ball no more bono. They play more when they have the ball, and then they force Madrid to follow them, chase them, and try to win the ball off them.
Now that means almost press it.
Almost forcing Madrid. HSC board. I mean, person may see the word press because Madrid did not press well. They press.
Okay.
Okay. But say body Paris Madrid for sa. Paris Saint-Germain chase the ball better and win it back.
Press.
Press, and that's why they're able to run 5 kilometers more per player than FC Real Madrid on the day. Rich, Xabi Alonso has a big problem. And now it is because of the press of Paris Saint-Germain and until the first 2 goals they buy.
Yeah.
The first 2 goals was not because Vitinha did rotations, John never said rotations. No, it's a simple job of Omuni Bona, then a Paris Saint-Germain for no aye. And that's what won the game. The game wasn't won because Omoje 3-4 whatever. A culture. If after the game, Omubisa Xabi Alonso say, what does he have to do? Well, who and I don't say yes. Well, everything that he has to do. Rich, Luis Enrique Ekache Xabi Alonso say, just a few weeks with the club. And he needs preseason, he needs time. The first thing Xabi Alonso has to change is culture. Rich, Gabi, Abrana Barca Asia Madrid back to back. No. The difference was not in the quality of players. Before this year, Lamine Yamal was not close to a certain Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah. Vinicius
Junior was on the Ballon d'Or podium. Jude Bellingham was among the world's best midfielders. Federico Valverde, Paul Kubasi, and Unity Penny, Abeche and Antonio Rudiger.
Yeah.
But in that Barcelona team, there's a certain thing that we talk about in football, that is the culture. And you know, in your local palace, Yabeka said, Madrid for impress it. Mbappe, Mubolu Luswa, not Sebe, and I'll show you annotations to that effect. That is what happened. The stark difference between Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain now was culture. Okay, sa Luis Enrique video or Mbappe chere share them. Now Okache Mbappe say you need to press. It's about culture, the culture of the club. See a year Juma without the ball and the baby winning games. The first goal, it came from Abrante Ferro Raul Asensio, not being able to clear the lines. When Tina cleared the line, who was there? Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele, Desiree Doué, Fabian Duri, these guys were there in the box to pounce. Because so you will not get opportunity to score the ball and win. Let's go. Abrante friend Ousmane Dembele Neni Abreko, and he's deciding that he will change the game. In once Antonio Rudiger, very experienced. How many times does Antonio Rudiger make these mistakes?
No.
But the pressure, the culture without the ball, the ability to press.
So Oko Madrid, and I believe say we in the game about and your cry.
Yeah, and you could tell that it's about the culture. I know that you were able to get videos of goals now, Paris Saint-Germain share, you know, and I want them to give us some goal by goal. The first goal was culture. Paris Saint-Germain were pressing. Paris Saint-Germain against Obe pressing.
Yeah.
And once the ball fell in the box to Abrante fell Raul Asensio, they pounced the first goal. Second goal, Abrante Ayefredo, Antonio Rudiger, controlling the ball at the back. Then when controlling here, Abrante fell Ousmane Dembele back. Gab, you see, now Obianim Ousmane Dembele technical ability. Ousmane Dembele at Barca, at Dortmund. Now your player knows me ball left foot, right foot, acute angle, good angle. I mean 90 degrees, 20 degrees, everything will be to me about. And then play Hano. What we didn't know as Ousmane Dembele at Paris Saint-Germain. Pressing. What's the difference? Luis Enrique.
Okay.
Assistant the culture of Paris Saint-Germain. To the extent that they come at you, they press you aggressively.
So
does
it mean say we are going back to the Thibaut Courtois? Madrid the ball of first game. Obeka say the Xabi Alonso on the when him say players no and who kwanya papa na person of us ball no.
You see, you can't fault Xabi Alonso baby. Anything I first went to Asema Luis Enrique came about Madrid team.
Okay.
Madrid team no under Carlo Ancelotti has played for a very long time in a passive way. In a way omo chen o say ball na went to nkoma no maku. And my can several times when Madrid the ball Trinity when Trinity how.
Yeah.
But Paris Saint-Germain is a ruthless team and they press you now. I'll give you evidence of what I'm trying to say or tactical bonus into journey a bit my journey. Come, this is the 3rd minute. You started ball. So Thibaut Courtois 2 saves.
Yeah.
2 big saves.
Backward training sempa.
In fact, at that point in time, I felt that Courtois be saving Madrid game. And in my head, I was planning my analysis for the morning by saying that you need excellent goalkeepers to be able to qualify for such games. But Paris Saint-Germain, they don't worry. Paris Saint-Germain for an air building with a back 3. Marquinhos, Beraldo, and Abrante friend Vitinha forming a back 3.
Yeah.
But look at the only Madrid player or movie or on a highlight and then so I say no or against you many.
Yeah.
Or put the all movie or be a Nante.
Yeah.
Once Paris Saint-Germain are moving around, she will be a Chef Hakimi Ababejina. She will be a Nuno Mendes Ejina. She will be a Fabian Ruijina. She will be a Abrante Ayefredo Ousmane Dembele Mujina. Constantly circulating. The Madrid culture to press was unavailable. Look at the next slider. You will see that Abrante Ayefredo oriented many. On one Egusoko. Now we're buying Abrante. I think indeed says it's Abrante Ayefredo Nuno Mendes.
Yeah.
Once he get close to Nuno, share the next slide easily.
Nuno Mendes na biem.
In fact, easily occur. We're beating Echo. Then goes into the box. They create a chance. Real Madrid don't have the culture of press. And now the 2 first lines of press. And I'll take you back again. First line of press, no. Abrante friend killing Luton Mbappe or Hasi. Any Gonzalo Garcia. They were not doing enough to press.
And now when him Adea Mihuye say. Me say first 2 goals na eba nipa me fortune keze pa Vinicius Junior.
Yeah.
Because at that you started within 5 minutes, you know. Na Mbappe press na do enye de, but na at least okay kaka but Vinicius Junior de aja hwe mfa no. Or try say ball ne say a we gina ho. Monje na mo mfa mra ansa na ebi obeye bibi ono so aye den etimi aye. So eno omo anim ho no na press ne nye kra.
Okay, Gabi. So this is 23rd minute. Paris Saint-Germain up by 2-0. But after about 23 minutes. Madrid. Enye Chelsea. Enye smaller team bi. Madrid. Madrid why comebacks be bro. The comeback king of Europe. But look at attitude. And again, today's analysis is about what you do on the ball, without the ball, culture, and then what makes you win games. Now, Paris Saint-Germain for Vinicius Junior ni, Kylian Mbappe ni, Madrid phone are going to press because Paris Saint-Germain kita ball. Immediately you see say Paris Saint-Germain phone ever question. The attitude of watch. Che omonante. So omonante. Again, never say me start maybe.
And your speed.
Omonante. Dembele be yeah. They are walking. This is the third goal. Omo rotate omo. She be Ashraf Hakimi Babejibono in the fullback area. Now look at what Paris Saint-Germain is trying to do to them. João Neves Vitinha Abrentia Feno Renchi is trying to close down Abrentia Feno Vitinha. Now Ashraf Hakimi receives the ball on the half turn. Adegule, but he is pulling the players to them. Now this is not too clear. Say Jason is zooming Wahamaya. Ubos Renchi Adnisa Chenechi.
Yeah.
Or catch it will be said, Mumba for boy, Vitinha a movie. It will call somebody in the next slide. Who was a player on the beba? Or player on the edge in the but Vitinha is still moving. The next slide again, the player is coming. One hour, Abrante Feno, Antonio Rudiger. So, oppressing in your good, like a Desical, Nante, over against a very good team on the ball. Technical, one of the best, Antonio Rudiger. Now, the difference between Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid is that once Omabo Bona to Aseno, Shebebi and Jude Bellingham, any Abete friend Ashraf Hakimi, Ashraf Hakimi will continue the run. Jude Bellingham ain't here. Ashraf Hakimi is continuing the run. Jude Bellingham Akem, Ashraf Hakimi Etwaso, Jude Bellingham in Ruho, Ashraf Hakimi taking 2 touches, Jude Bellingham in Mile.
Antonio Rudiger crash and I'm Paris Saint-Germain for number 9, which is a match friend Ousmane Dembele, and you know Ajiboni for free. Still Ashraf Hakimi go. Now a 2v3, but Rudiger free. Jude Bellingham in Nurum. 1 touch again. Abrante friend Ousmane Dembele plays into the path of Abrante friend Hakimi over starting ball. Space na create.
Now he goes. Look up top. Kovica Kvaratskhelia, Fabian Ruiz. These are 2 players. Now they have to catch Abrante friend Fabian Ruiz. I come with Federico Valverde. The ball goes out wide. Abrante friend Hakimi BM. Hakimi controls the ball 2v1 in this area. Omo beat them because they work hard on the ball. They don't work hard without the ball. Madrid the culture isn't there again and they cannot compete. First touch, second touch, Fabian Ruiz 3-0. 23rd minute. Work hard with the ball. Work hard without the ball. Chase your opponents. Be aggressive. Win your duels. Madrid are not there.
But the question is, until Madrid ko game num na omunim say na PSG board.
Oh, see. On besides Alonso. Say, Alonso, did I make a mistake by starting 3 attackers tonight? Alonso responds, yes, without a doubt, according to AS Dario.
Wow.
Yeah. So he knew. Why did him? Now me try me take a common TV analysis and radio analysis. I know how much more Xavi Alonso, who was the best analyst in the world. He knew. Oh no, before he became a coach, you're supposed to be an analyst. He knows. But sometimes it's about having the players and culture. And I make know on him. But Mbappe attitude, no, would it change in 1 match to press aggressively like Dembele? No. Was Dembele pressing like Mbappe before? No. At the time, Ebiana Dembele just said, "Bono nimu bona, I don't want to be winning bibi." No. Tisi say Dembele is close to winning the Ballon d'Or as compared to Mbappe, as compared to Vini, as compared to every other French player.
Yeah.
2 years ago, now about Ballon d'Or, Diana Dembele. No. 3 years ago, you're not mentioning Ballon d'Or and Dembele. You were mentioning Mbappe and Ballon d'Or. But why? He left a team where he wasn't willing to work hard. He went to a team where it's about Galacticos. A new manager had come to that team and had changed the culture of Paris Saint-Germain. To the extent that Obi and Huni wants to be a big boy. The press. Follow ball, really ball, second ball, aggressive. Charlie, it's about what you do without the ball.
So, Kofi, with the hour can you know? Yeah. Metiano so. Obi maybe say he say for Zabi Onya, the starting lineup and wrong now. Responsible.
According to Zabi, also no, he did. It was wrong to play with 3 attackers throughout the competition. It was Gonzalo Garcia and Vinicius Junior, or Gonzalo Garcia and Kylian Mbappe. So in a team like this, Unim say, Untimi is a culture, no, Untimi press as much as you want to do. What you do is that you lower the line. Now they have extra midfielder about Beshim. Say could have been Eduardo Camavinga with Chimeni, with Valverde, and they are Brent Jude Bellingham. Because Magdina say all the nice things about Adagule. But Gabi no credit say Adagule is the best player without the ball. On the ball, technically good. But without the ball, I see press as much. He's not that guy. And again, Madrid as a team under Xabi Alonso, time no any enough. Into which is third goal now. You can tell that Omni a very good pressing scheme. They don't press together.
Yeah.
One thing about football at the highest level is that pressing, yes, player about Kuchesi Bono. So what the best teams that press? And every day my example will be Barcelona. Say player about move so press here. Or shot over the shoulder and the other players are coming. To the extent that centre backs in Yaba, Ebema Park, constricted. Man City those days. 6 seconds. Bang, 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 no Ajibone from them. Even to the extent that Ubi in the first line of pressure.
The second line
of Beba. Ubi is second line and after we Jao. No, I drop a Gubo Nechi. Or don't make block a crack. No, I change. But in this case, Madrid are rookies in the press. And you don't fault Xabi Alonso. You don't fault anybody. And you're the coach at Madrid. That is why some of us now, Madrid Kobo match against Man City are constantly predict in favor of Man City. Why? Because I felt that in football, on and off the ball, Man City were a better team. But again, football and the things that you do, whether you're an analyst or whatnot, sometimes you get it wrong. But in the last few months, everybody has seen what we used to say in the past. Madrid will problems, kakra, and that is the big work. And Juma, that's Xabi Alonso.
Era no,
yes, I think that he has to change a couple of things. Culture. It's a Madrid culture, and let them understand that they won't get anything. And yes, Barca from next season.
But they mean when the Barca bet match about 5.
Yeah, yes, Barca next season. And yes, because the Barca best all year, they will beat them again. Hansi Flick, Champions League now went to Yanko final. He will want to do it again. Lamine Yamal want to do it again. Rafinha want to do it again. Omanya Nico Williams, no, they will want to do it again.
Yeah.
So Madrid has done soon. But I think that they have the right man in Xabi Alonso. Do you know why? Nani Papa the coach. Why are Juma under Jose Mourinho paying? Why are Juma under Rafa Benitez paying? Why are Juma under the great Carlo Ancelotti paying? So he understands how you work hard without the ball. Okay. So with time, I think that he will build that team. I'm not a Madrid fan. Me Barca ni. Inti semetiechira. I will enjoy Barca versus Madrid El Clasico if Madrid Barca pound for pound. It's it was a simple tale of whether Madrid for are there or they are not there, and I think the Paris Saint-Germain for were ruthless. I know that on next question. And for Menwana Joe, say, oh, now we are the day culture press one when can they go and replicate that culture? And yet nothing. What I'm saying is that say Enzo Maresca per se or try now Obia taking it serious. He has to play at least 2/3 more than Paris Saint-Germain. And so and you see the numbers I gave you today, I didn't give you absolute numbers. Mekacho said Paris Saint-Germain passed the ball 250 more times.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing I'm giving for Chelsea. For Chelsea to be able to play against Paris Saint-Germain and even take them to extra time, they have to play 2/3 more than Paris Saint-Germain. 2/3 more in the sense of, I say Chelsea team winning the duels, baby. Ground duels, aerial duels, so really. I say the press get almost spot on. Say, they shouldn't make sure they make mistakes because once you do, you're in trouble. My biggest problem today, as I stand here, as a Chelsea fan, as an analyst, Robert Sanchez. Because Ousmane Dembele will smell blood and Obeba.
And that's not
you understand? Obeba press and minimum Robert Sanchez. O press the world to another Obesa the one channel Kofi Koda. You understand?
Nazay and not Tibuko Twakai. Also called Dembele or Katin Tiwa or presses that day.
The body the and I've seen it several times, Robert Sanchez. If Robert Sanchez can sign buzo moments, the bit me here through Orba. It's a difficult game for Enzo Maresca and Mantiano. How he wants to play Nyami Adoma over on Saturday, we'll get into the in-depth different tactical styles. Maybe Enzo Maresca can use to play in some match against team my friend Paris Saint-Germain. But easy. It is going to be a really, really difficult game for Chelsea. But of course, the final of the Club World Cup is set or the MetLife Stadium. Now there's going to be a halftime show. On the final, Matisse and Nigerian artist Thames Monia, they are going to be on the halftime show. in Kofor can be whether Chelsea should play Caicedo, Laviambra, Delap, what have you. I think that on Saturday we'll have that conversation in depth. Now, you see, I want to talk about this gap. So spare me some minutes. Is it the end of the road for Rodrigo Goes?
Because 5 matches in a row, you're more called boy. Once that your brand coach, you could be a tactical decision. Tactical decisions no so be the man ye be more. On how many mobi. T go me say I'm say brand so petim kobo.
Because you see, Rodrigo Goes papa ya dey Madrid for Buffy. Maybe you don't know this story.
Okay. After
say Rodrigo Overcalbe posted on Instagram say he's staying at Madrid next animal. Before then, Rodrigo's father, who's his agent, had gone to the Madrid hierarchy, Huni Califat and the likes. I catch them say they don't feel like Nebano as important as some of the other boys or Real Madrid team in him. So they want to have some assurances. Does he have a future with them? Because the agents are signing the Papano. He has received about 5 separate calls from a lot of clubs. Some of the notable names are Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain. Some of them, even in the Barcelona team, we had some Barcelona fans who say, okay, here left winger. Can it ever be a swap? And can we get one on them? Can we get Rodrigo coming to Catalonia? And is it possible? But he is top quality on the left wing. Although at Real Madrid, we are more on the right wing, but he still gives you that quality from the left-hand side. And it's a big question. So far as Arsenal have not concluded Noni Madueke saying something, I still think that there is a possibility for Rodrigo to move.
Okay.
Until say the transfer window is shut. Don't keep your eye off on a branch friend Rodrigo goes. I think that there is a possibility. Of course, Madrid for the age 2 players crying. Luka Modric, any branch friend Lucas Vasquez, which is good. Chelsea have lost out on Mohamed Kudus. And as Ghana ni manager say Chelsea enya Mohamed Kudus. And yet because Mohamed Kudus ain't good enough. And yet because Mohamed Kudus ain't the best player. But it is because at Tottenham Hotspur, Mohamed Kudus gets a chance that he wouldn't have gotten at Chelsea. So what the Mohamed Kudus age now? Now because uncompetent Chelsea attackers now, I believe that Mohamed Kudus can compete with them.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a wild assessment by saying that Mohamed Kudus is better than most of Chelsea's attackers.
Yeah.
But the thing is that at Tottenham Hotspur, a team, a new manager, Thomas Frank just came in. On certain new players now Tottenham Hotspur, on your money, Juma Pen, Dejan Kulusevski, Sang Heung-min, and the likes.
Okay.
You would have to assess them and then bring a branch friend Mohamed Kudus in to see how he wants to play. He fits that profile very well. At Chelsea, he will have to go and compete with Cole Palmer for their time to come and play. Again, Tottenham Hotspur contract on the man a 5-year contract. What it means is that Mohamed Kudus can have a chance at moving from Tottenham Hotspur to a bigger club in 2 or 3 years.
One addition, so come and 6.
Chelsea would have made it 7 years, maybe +1, and 8 years +1, a very longer contract. And McCann several times said the longer the contract, the more difficult it is for you to get out of the club.
Oh, okay.
And at Tottenham Hotspur, he gets himself that chance. Although I'd have wished him to Chelsea, because Chelsea will probably give him a different chance at winning any trophy. Victor Osimhen, done. He's going to move to the
question of the day in the farmer.
Sir, one Ebeje, one Ebeje Club World Cup.
Amuzu P question of the day. My mom was Christian also. Amuzu P question of the day. Between Chelsea,
my fans know in this uncle. My Chelsea fans in this uncle. My job,
baby, Matthias.
My job will be to analyze the game on Saturday. Matthias, and on Saturday, so Bana will be team here.
And yes, I cried. The other can be answered at the better judge Monday.
No, say Saturday, baby.
Okay.
And then Thursday. Yami Adam China.
My fans.
Of course, it's Saturday. Me bar. I will do the analysis for you. May analysis in your material. What will happen based on the analysis?
Okay.
See, I don't want to talk like a fan. Gabi, you the quotes in 4 out of 5. Out of 5 quotes,
When him say, oh, whom and that who say, I didn't know bomber man.
No code no, I was
go feminine so the go, Metiasia. Oh, there we all whom now, who say, and she said 9 cents, Marco 4. Nanka go fi mammy hint to pray. Mama hinti kure.
Eno mi gina ha kan emphatic say bebo. Inti kokucha.
Kofi ene de.
Inti ene bebo. Inti ene sankucha.
For ni nyina nanso for.
Ene ya me ma o de bi ntwa for ni nyama catch us say ope the best of it. Always look out between the 5 and 8 coats na be the man. And the most shoot, almost every other day.
We are now with the 2,000 account now.
Never 2,000 count. Only problem. Say you reach on
media chat.
Remember 2,000. Now,
media number 2,000 now, bro.
I would not want me 2,000.
Now, my fan for son.
But the area will be say, ya boy, my when ya secure the back of Shani Papa Hospital.
Oh, wow.
And I think say that was the best thing that I had last night. It's Gabi, coach no any good your board, no so ever has you know, me show Uti on radio, a bit man for a pen or paper. Na watch your intentem ana mini makes am ebo boss tem no first one a 211626B, second one a 211209BB, third one a 211166F3, fourth one a 210F8 512, and our last one here 210 F8 CFA. Gap and the Greens God no will give us some good stuff as well, and then you may efficacy. Yeah, there will be us.
Okay, well, Fiifi Manfred and Mutien Kano, Besmako Usubampa Ayala and so Eba so